when we were defining 675, we were trying to understand what exactly consumers want. We focused on three primary use cases. First, we wanted to make sure that we're offering an outstanding gaming experience. Second, all of us use cameras for pretty much all, to click any pictures any time of the day. So we want to make sure we're driving a cutting-edge camera solution. And third, Keith talked a lot about AI. We are going to take a big leap forward in terms of our AI performance as we bring 675 devices to market. Let's focus on gaming. So when we talk about gaming, Qualcomm works with a lot of partners. First, we work with the guys that actually develop the game engine. Partners such as NeoX, Unity, Messiah. So we start with a lot of the game engine partners. We make sure that we're working with them very, very closely in several cases in driving a good game experience as a part of their game engine. Second, we work with all of the game developers that use a lot of those game engines. In several cases, we work with these game partners even before the game is actually commercially released. We've listed a few games, for a few of the most popular games here. These games, as you probably know, have 7 million downloads a day. So we work with a lot of these game engine developers and all of these game partners to make sure we drive a fantastic experience with gaming on the 675 platform. But if you are a professional gamer, and like I highlighted earlier, Snapdragon devices are being used as a part of the King Pro League. You really don't want to make sure that you don't have any stutter or you don't have any frame drops. So what we focused on with the 675 is, other than ensuring that we have very good frame rates in terms of gaming experiences, several cases 30, several cases 40 frames per second, we actually made sure that we are reducing the number of janks. So there is a conscious effort from our side on the 675 platforms to reduce janks, in some cases more than 90 to 95% in some of these games. Obviously, a jank can cause a gamer to either win or lose a game. So huge focus for us in making sure we have faster frame rates and a very smooth gameplay. Second, when you're playing in a big arena, a lot of these games are played online. You're talking to all of your partners, you're talking to your team members, there's a lot of background noise. What we do is, with providing an enhanced audio solution, we make sure that we're suppressing the noise around you, as well as enhancing the audio quality using our very powerful audio codec that's a part of our Snapdragon 675 platform. Third, when you look at connectivity, we want to make sure that we're offering the user the ability to have a very stable connection. What that means is we can allow the user to stay on a particular channel and get much better throughput and much better latency when playing a game online. Here we have an endorsement from a very close partner, Tencent, who we work with extremely closely to make sure that we're driving a very good gaming experience as a part of Snapdragon 675. Unfortunately, Mr. Jun could not be here, but he does send his message out in terms of our partnership with Tencent. I talked about some of these highlights earlier. So we have an awesome hardware. We provide very powerful CPUs. We provide very powerful graphics engine. We provide an extremely powerful DSP, which is used for a lot of the AI functions. We have a very, very fast modem with an X12 modem, 600 megabits per second speeds. Provides much faster gaming experience, lower launch latencies. We provide a very, very good audio experience with surround sound as a part of the mobile experience. Support multiple APIs. I highlighted earlier, we work with game engine as well as game developers. But on top of that, we work with our partners, we work with our OEMs. We provide them several tools, such as the Snapdragon Profiler and the Snapdragon Heterogeneous Computing SDKs. What these tools provide our OEMs to do is be able to optimize these games as a part of their end device. So we work extremely closely with our partners. CPU also plays a very important role. We do move to the next generation, the Kryo 460 CPU. Significant improvements in terms of speeds across the board when we use the new generation of the CPU. More than 30% improvement in launch latencies in gaming, 35% in web browsing, social media, music. So overall, very, very powerful CPU that's integrated as a part of the Snapdragon 675 platform. Just want to quickly show you a video testifying a lot of our work with our partners.
而且大家都说性能非常强劲，功耗很低。
外形太酷了，没有忍住就买了。
玩网游和单机游戏的体验都挺好的，
信号特别给力。
打完游戏剩下的电也足够把我这一天给撑完了。
我也会推荐给我朋友们嘛，他们玩那种大型方战手游会卡成 PPT。
相同手机从来没有出现过这种情况，
可以满足我随时随地玩游戏的需求啊。
游戏体验特别好，就挺开心的。
Vivo 和王者荣耀 KPL 职业联赛合作的官方比赛用机。 基本全部采用高通骁龙的高端移动平台，
我们还和高通、腾讯一起合作，让游戏更流畅，能耗更低，体验更好。骁龙代表了流畅游戏、出色音质、稳定连接、超长续航等等这些特性。
在高端移动平台上 ，OPPO 和高通一直保持着密切的合作关系。全新升级的处理器平台也进一步的提升了用户的体验。
高通对于高端移动平台和海外市场的支持，让我们成功打造了小米 Max 系列、小米6X，还有最新推出的小米8青春版等明星的产品。
这足以说明高通骁龙的高端移动平台的旗舰血统带来了强悍性能。相信未来我们可以携手打造出更加出色、更受消费者喜爱的产品。
Honestly, we could not have done this without our partnership with our OEMs. So I'd like to introduce two very special people. First, Mr. Fred Wong, who is the General Manager of the Innovation Center, as General Manager of Vivo, and also who's very focused on gaming, as well as Mr. Li Ju. Mr. Li Ju was the host of the King Pro League and a former professional e-gamer himself. Both of these fine gentlemen are going to talk about their mobile gaming experiences and how Snapdragon plays an important role. I'd like to welcome Mr. Fred and Mr. Lee.
在座各位大家好，先给大家介绍一下我身边的王飞王总，来，我跟大家打个招呼。
各位行业的精英啊，同仁大家上午好。
我的话站在这里是一个 外行人啊，我叫李九，是刚才画面中看到的职业联赛的一名解说啊。我其实不太懂在座各位聊天专业的东西，我就分享一些我自己的东西。
谢谢。
其实《王者荣耀》这款游戏，它的 DAU 曾经最高是达到过亿，就是每天的《王者荣耀》的日活跃用户，每天用手机在玩这款游戏的用户超过上亿名玩家，然后每天在观看这个职业联赛的观众都是1000万以上。 我们一个星期7天有5天比赛，然后已经将近3年的时间了。然后我们的官方比赛用机也就是 Vivo 啊，对，在前一段时间里的话，王者荣耀也是走到了亚运会当中，并且我们的中国代表队拿下了亚运会的冠军。当时的训练用机也是 Vivo 啊，对，确实。所以说这款手机其实对于 我来说是有很深的印象的，因为我是一个玩家，而我们的职业选手在进行比赛的时候，他其实对于手机的要求是非常非常高的。我们每天的比赛时间在现在是超过8小时，在这8小时里，首先要求足够多的电量的续航，要求手机不能够过热，同时要求网络的稳定性、画面的稳定性，然后画面还要够精美，而选手的操作反应。 包括手机给到的回馈要够快等等一系列非常高的要求。我其实今天站在这儿，主要就是想作为一个用户来采访一下雷总，到底是怎么样做的？
好，我们觉得我可以简单的以3个方面给你做一个回答。首先呢，我们觉得性能平台是基础啊，我们一系列的我们的比赛用机都是搭载了我们高通的骁龙芯片啊，所以我觉得地基很重要。 然后还有就是我们觉得消费者的洞察，我们觉得是很重要的啊。我们是行业里面比较早的去关注到我们消费者游戏这边啊，用我们手机去打游戏的游戏体验的一家公司啊。我们应该是比较早专门成立了我们的游戏体验的产品团队啊。他们不光是关注到我们说普通消费者打游戏，而更关注说我们 KPL 的比赛的极致用户，他们代表了我们游戏的最高的要求啊。然后呢，我们又我们的技术团队，我们游戏的技术团队，我们的品质测团队，联合到我们高通的GPU、CPU 的优化这个团队，然后我们游戏方所用的引擎团队，然后还有我们游戏提供商比如我们王者荣耀的提供商腾讯团队，我们四方能够做一个联合的优化，我们基本上是说有30-40个大项，100多个子项的一个性能的这种提升最终说能够通过我们比赛用机的这种很严苛的这种测试流程，而且我们不光是说能够通过这次流程，然后还能够说在这个过程当中把我们的比赛用机这个标准还有升级和升华最终我们说我们1-2年下来有2年多，我们几个赛季，我们Vivo作为搭载了骁龙芯片的我们的Vivo这个手机还是交出了一份比较满意的答案。
对，就是我手上这一部Vivo。
对，我也刚才注意到您手上拿的正好是我们今年的秋季赛比赛用官方比赛用的现场已经在用的。现在呢，赛程也过半，不知道你们作为专业的用户专业的用户们有什么样的一个体验和感觉？
其实我个人感觉还是不错的，因为我虽然没有职业选手操作那么好，但应该也算高端玩家用户吧。整体上感觉确实是感受是非常好的。包括刚才说到，其实我觉得电子竞技应该是对硬件消耗比较大的一个项目，包括说要求比较高的。其实作为我来说，我还是非常满意的。不过我看到对吧，你手中这款手机是新款的Vivo的还是没有上架的？
对不是因为如果说我们新款手机，我还不敢带到这儿来泄密了这我手上拿到的是我们高通这边搭载了675平台的 demo 样机我们Vivo第一时间拿到了我们这个 demo 样机，我们已经开始了新一轮的这个性能游戏体验的优化从目前我们初步看到的这个现象来看呢，我们会说有希望说675平台未来一段时间很有可能会成为我们手机行业的主力的平台。
Flagship products, flagship mobile platforms. I've been in this job for 2 years. I've already swapped 4 or 5 different phones. My financial strength does not match the need for swapping new phones. I really can't afford new phones. That's a bit expensive for me. When you talk about the future, I think about over the last 2 years, the speed of development in esports is very quick. When I first started in this, there are no professional games. Later on, maybe we not only hit the Asian Games, but the Olympic Games, right? So as the industry moves so quickly, our demand for hardware and device would be even higher. So every year, regarding the technology and device-related demands, there will be increase. How do you match that? Well, we see that demand there. Right now, in our video game applications, especially the large-scale games, it consumes the resources of the phone and uses the phone to its limits. So I hope that in the future, Qualcomm can continue to provide us with great platforms to dedicate themselves in bettering the experience of video gamers and developing this industry. I really hope that when video games hit Olympic Games, this will be the official gaming machine. Thank you very much today. Thank you. Thank you for your sharing.
Excellent. I don't know if for those that are listening, he said he's hoping that mobile gaming becomes a part of the Olympic League, so I'm going to start practicing so I can be there for that. So, thank you again. Really appreciate the partnership with Vivo as well as the gaming experience. So we'll focus on the second metric, which is camera. Obviously, extremely important. We all use our phones for pretty much taking pictures everywhere. The first feature, I'm going to highlight only a few features that are extremely important. First, we support triple camera with the Snapdragon 675, as well as 5 times the optical zoom. What that does is, one, you can take a 5x tele picture, a 2.5 times wide angle, and a super wide angle, all with the fact that we have 3 cameras that are supported with the Snapdragon 675. Second, we talk about portrait mode. Portrait, of course, is, and bokeh is very common. The way we provide the bokeh mode is earlier, you'd be able to click a picture and then focus on the subject and blur everything around you. We then enhanced our camera experience to provide a real-time bokeh, which is where you focus on the subject that you want to take a picture of and then blur everything around it and keep the subject in focus. So with the Snapdragon 675, what we provide with the bokeh is we click multiple pictures as a part of a single click. So we have multiple techniques as a part of 675 Spectra camera ISP. The first picture basically has multiple noise reduction techniques and takes out the noise from the picture. There's a second picture that is automatically clicked without even the user knowing, which focuses on multiple items such as shadows or highlights. There can also be another camera, there could be a fourth camera, for example, that could focus on depth and calculate the perspective. What it does is then we combine all of these images and merge them into one final breathtaking image. So a lot of focus in terms of how we're providing enhancements to camera. Third, I wanted to talk about high resolution depth sensing with support for multiple cameras. So with the 675, we can support up to 6 cameras. There can also be a 7th camera that can calculate depth. Listed a few use cases, we talked about some. You can click a wide angle, a tele, as well as super wide angle. We focus a lot in different conditions in making sure you have a very good low light experience. With the front camera, there's multiple use cases. There's things such as 3D face unlock, there's 2D face unlock, obviously selfies being a very important use case. Honestly, the possibilities are endless with what you could do with the Snapdragon 675 camera ISP. One key feature that we wanted to highlight specifically was limitless slow-mo. We support slow motion 720p HD at 480 frames per second. The reason why we call it limitless slow motion is you can actually click a slow-mo video as long as you have sufficient memory and storage as a part of the phone. A quick small demonstration of a limitless slow-mo running at HD at 480 frames per second on the Snapdragon 675. Just to summarize all of the key features and enhancements we provide with the Spectra 675, Snapdragon 675 and Spectra ISP. We provide bokeh. We continue to bring forward several technologies such as 4K video capture, 480 frames per second HD slow-mo, 3D face unlock. We support multiple cameras, 7 of them concurrently. There's multiple noise reduction techniques such as multi-frame noise reduction, motion compensated temporal filtering, the spatial noise processing, and we support up to 25 megapixels of 30 frames per second with 0 shutter lag. When you look at a single snapshot, we support up to 48 megapixels of snapshot. Third, we're going to focus on AI. Keith talked a lot about AI. We continue to make sure that we're driving a very, very rich experience with AI in 675. You know, when you look at AI, it's very broad. There's multiple cores depending on the use case that you have that get used as a part of the AI experience. In some cases, you have the Adreno GPU. In some cases, you have the Adreno CPU. In some cases, in several of the cases, we use our Hexagon DSP. A lot of the use cases obviously use camera. A lot of them use our codec. So the key here is that we have a very, very tight integration of our hardware with a lot of the frameworks. Keith referenced some of these frameworks earlier. There's Cafe 2, TensorFlow. We provide a very, very tight integration with AI as a part of 675. With that, I'd like to welcome a very close partner, Mr. Wu from Face++. We work extremely closely with Face++ to bring several of these use cases that take benefit of our hardware out into the market. So let me welcome Mr. Wu.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. My name is Wu. I run product management for Face++. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to share with you what we're doing together with partners like Qualcomm on the advanced mobile platform to make smartphones smarter. So very quickly, a little bit on the company. We are 6 years old. Over the last 6 years, we have built a world-class research and technology team. In the last 3 years, we have won world championship in the highest computer vision and AI competitions such as MS Coco. We're competing with teams from Google, from Facebook, from Microsoft, from the world-class research and computer vision team. Last year, we were ranked number 10 on the MIT Tech Review as the smartest company on the planet. We are very happy and very excited that we can represent the computer vision company from China in the global space. A few milestones in our development. Our first product is actually called Face++ itself. Today it is still the largest computer vision and image recognition developer platform. We power over 100,000 developers from worldwide. And we were a newcomer to the mobile space, right? We came to the mobile space a little bit over a year now. Everyone knows that iPhone X brought out the FaceID feature last year, right? The 3D structured light based. But very few people knows that FaceID.com is actually operating and running by us as a commercial product over the last 3 years. We started 3 years ago with Alipay. I think probably you guys remember the Smile to Pay demo that Jack Ma did 4 years ago at the Segui conference. So FaceID.com, today we actually powers over 1,000 enterprise companies from China and from the world. We have customers such as Alipay. We power over 70% of the fintech companies in China. We power almost 100% of the ride-share industry, Uber, Didi. Most recently, we also went online with Grab. So we have great experiences in doing facial recognition and user authentication on the cloud. So last year, we brought these experiences to the mobile space, working very closely with partners like Qualcomm. And today, we power, again, over 70% of the mobile space. The first customer we won was Vivo, and then Xiaomi Huawei. Most recently, we also working together with Oppo, brought up our FaceID solution on the 3D structure light. That was the first Android-based 3D structure light solution that's capable for payments. So we're slowly but surely making a lot of progress in the mobile space. So that's the Oppo Find X. We just brought up together, again running on the Qualcomm platform. So we are very happy and excited that we were the first FaceID solution provider to bring this solution to the market. And we're also working closely with quite a few other partners in bringing more 3D-based FaceID solution. So there are many things I can talk about. There are many things that's doing that we're trying to provide a very unique and seamless user experiences on the mobile side. But there's one thing I would like to highlight is that on the Snapdragon 845 mobile platform, we are actually over 70% faster than a world-class competitor. I don't know if you own a Find X phone today, but the face unlock is very fast, very, very fast. So again, I'm very happy that as a Chinese-based AI company, we're standing on the top of the computer vision and actually bringing that experiences to millions of consumers. Some of the earlier work we're doing with Qualcomm. We have done some optimization on Snapdragon 675 with Hexagon DSP. So some of the numbers are showing here are pretty amazing. The facial recognition, although already very, very fast, we are actually making it up to 38% faster on the DSP. The error rate, the FAR, actually dropped by 50% by moving to the DSP. Although these are some of the earlier numbers we're showing here, I think this work will make into commercial products very, very quick. Probably by the end of the year, you are going to see, actually you are already probably seeing some of the technology running on Hexagon DSP per day based on optimization work we did together with Qualcomm. So I'm going to wrap up. We actually have a whole suite of product and solutions we're trying to bring to the market to make a smartphone smarter using deep learning and AI technology we're building right now. Identification and Face ID are the primary product today, but we are also working very diligently on computational photography. We are working on entertainment, and we are also working with a lot of the ecosystem partners on 3D and AR-based solutions. So again, very excited to be here. I hope you get to know us a little bit better, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wu. Obviously, we're very close partners, and we really appreciate the partnership. As you heard, a lot of good stuff that we're doing together with Face++ to bring differentiated use cases to consumers. So here's another use case that I specifically wanted to highlight. This is using the AI engine in Snapdragon 675. This particular use case is time transfer. So you have a real image that we've clicked. So here in this case we have the image of this Hong Kong skyline. And what we're doing is we're real-time translating this image into, like in this case, a Van Gogh-like image quality. Honestly speaking, this is very intense. Trying to convert a picture into an algorithmic art requires a lot of computing. So it is one of the most intense AI applications that you can find. You're trying to detect the depth, you're trying to understand, the contours, the buildings, the blue sky versus the water. So trying to convert all of a real picture instantaneously into an algorithmic art is something we are demonstrating. By the way, we have some demos here as well. All of this stuff working on Snapdragon 675, taking advantage of a very powerful AI engine. Another key thing to talk about is security. Obviously very important to all of us. We use our phones for a lot of secure transactions, so we want to make sure that our phones are absolutely secure. So in this case, I'm referencing a couple of different very popular use cases. One is fingerprint. You use your fingerprint and biometrics to unlock your device. Second, we're using, for example, biometric authentication, for example, with 3D face recognition. So it uses multiple sensors. So the way we're able to enhance some of these features, whether it's 3D face unlock or whether it is unlocking with fingerprint, is that we have a very, very powerful DSP. So not only are we secure, we're significantly faster because of the fact that we use a very secure pipeline as well as our secure DSP to run some of these use cases. We are working with a lot of credit card partners, we're working with a lot of the industry partners to drive some of these metrics, since these use cases are very, very nascent. So here we have an example. So anti-spoofing is very important. So in this particular case, with the Snapdragon 675, you can spoof the device. The acceptance rate is, or you can spoof it 1 in a million times. So very, very high in terms of security as well as engagement on the 675 platform. We'll talk a little bit about our voice assistant as well as our codec. So our newest codec that is available as a part of 675, it brings always on, always connected type use cases in a very, very low power state. Not only do we support very low power, we're 10% more accurate than what we've been from the previous generation. Second, we support multiple voice assistants concurrently on a single device. So your phone, you could support Alexa, for example. So you could say, hey Alexa, you could say, okay Google, or even with Baidu. But at the same time, you can have multiple keywords. So you could have, hey Alexa, what is the weather in Hong Kong like today? So we support multiple keywords as well as multiple voice assistants as a part of Snapdragon 675 with 10% more accuracy and much lower power. So with that, I'd like to welcome another very close partner, Mr. Wu from Baidu, who's the Director of Computer Vision and AR Technology, to talk a little bit more about our partnership in what we've been doing on AI. Please welcome Mr. Wu.
很高兴今天在这里给大家介绍百度的 AI 的一些工作，以及和高通的
AI technology to everybody today. I am Wu Zhongxu. I am from Baidu. Today, I would first like to talk about Baidu's Brain. Baidu Brain is the largest AI platform in China. We have already released the 3.0 version, which supports over 130 types of AI capability and over 0.7 million active developers. Firstly, we begin from big data, algorithm, and cases, and on that basis, we work on the base level in recognition and sensing, voice, image and audio and language-related subjects. We did a lot of work on that. And finally, through Baidu's AI platform, we open it up to the developers out there and the general public. Today, we would like to talk about AR, VR, and our visual technology capabilities and how we communicate with Qualcomm, including the basic image authentication, image monitoring, image display, and the second one is video understanding. So how labeling and categorizing different videos. And the third one is the vertical type, for example, a recognition of face, recognition of text. And the fourth type is on edge computation, and how via latest sensors and optimization we can make even stronger AI calculation. And the final one is AR. Through better environment and spatial understanding, we can realize better capabilities. The Baidu Brain has good technology in terms of visuals. We have in China the first integrated team which studies visual AI technology. We are a team of the Baidu College. In this year, we have had very good progress this year. In important areas such as text and face, we have a lot of number ones in various areas. And in the competition of identifying objects, common objects, and objects, both are very important categories. We obtained number one, a very good result for us. In understanding video, in that area, we have also become number one. This is the second consecutive year we came in as number one in these areas. In our cooperation with Qualcomm, one can say that the AIE and snapping framework has provided the AI of Baidu with a very good framework to operate in. Today, I want to introduce SDK mix, and they are on the Duma. How through better understanding of the environment we can have better interaction. In accelerating the various computations, we have used various means to increase the AR experience. For example, in our cooperation with Qualcomm, in very human interaction calculations, we can use the platform provided by Qualcomm is a very good efficiency and effect. For example, in our text and human body tracking, we use the Qualcomm Snap framework, and we have released this Dumix AR SDK through this computational model in checking and spam and content management. We provide the developers with many AR applications. For example, video, special effects cameras, AR content management, which can be applied in marketing and education. For example, on Baidu Maps, we can use AR satellite guidance. In cost estimation, the mission of that cost estimation in AR, the latest 3.0 version, we have moved ourselves to asset store of Unity, and then we have increased combined with the Qualcomm's Snap framework, we have better experience for the users and a more efficient experience. For example, through the Snap predictions acceleration, compared with traditional CPU's use, we have 5 times the speed. At the same time, because we use this framework more, it can reduce we can increase the use of the CPU, and the whole body, the power consumption of the entire machine has decreased. For example, we can have 0.5 watts worth of power saved in the new framework, and when our users are using AR, they can use it for a longer time, and the machine will be not as hot, and we can use more and better AI. We hope that through continuously cooperating with Qualcomm, we have better performance, and through win-win cooperation with our developers, we can provide a better environment for AI. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wu. Mr. Wu highlighted a lot of work that we've been doing with Baidu in making sure we use the powerful hardware capabilities of 675, as well as the Snapdragon neural processing engine that Mr. Wu referenced in working with Baidu. So thank you again. Here's a quick, just a frame of reference. When you look at our AI performance on the Snapdragon 675 relative to what's in the market, we expect that the 675 will be about 3 times the performance in terms of AI relative to the other competitive platforms in the market. So very excited about what we're going to be bringing with 675. So while we talk about a lot of these new capabilities, we talk about gaming, we talk about multiple enhancements to AI, we talk about bringing several cutting-edge camera solutions to 675. We do focus a lot on battery life. Obviously, we want to make sure, in the earlier conversation with Fred and Mr. Lee, you heard, mobile gamers are using these devices to play professional games. So battery life obviously is extremely important. Here's sort of a quick, overview of the days of use as a part of 675. You have more than 11 hours of 4K video playback and even 3+ hours of video capture, more than a day's worth of voice calling and 5 days of music playback. So very powerful in terms of battery life as well as enhancing several capabilities. Just summarizes what some of the specs as a part of Snapdragon 675. It does use the 4th generation of our Kryo CPU, which is with 2 performance clusters running at 2 GHz and 6 efficiency clusters running at 1.7. It does support the 3rd generation of the Qualcomm artificial intelligence engine. We support a very powerful modem, the X12 modem, which supports up to 600 megabits per second downlink speeds. We talked a lot about AI, audio in terms of supporting our latest and greatest audio codecs. We support Full HD Plus displays. We talked earlier about bezel-less displays. We support multiple aspect ratios, edge-to-edge displays. Very powerful in terms of the display capability. We do support the 6th generation of our GPU as well as our Hexagon DSP. The latest and greatest 2nd generation Spectra ISP with up to 48 megapixels of snapshot and 25 megapixels of ZSL at 30 frames per second. We continue to bring forward our quick charge 4+ technology in 675. So all in all, we're pretty excited. We do believe 675 is going to be an amazing platform for gaming, AI, photography, and a lot more. And we expect, you heard from a lot of our partners yesterday and today, we do expect commercial devices to be available in Q1 of calendar year 2019. Thank you.